just read the funniest article right before we turned the mics on.
First off, whoever is letting Stan Lee still talk to people, you need to fucking stop, because the man's insane. Because it's saying Stan Lee is he's accusing former business associate of literally stealing his blood so it can be used in pens. The story is incredibly bizarre. According to TMZ, a businessman went to Stan's personal nurse back in October with a forged document giving him authority to take a blood sample from the comic book legend. The man told the nurse to fill several vials of blood taken from Stan's body, and she agreed, believing the paperwork was legit. TMZ said the former business associate has plans to make pens, but the ink would be substituted with Stan's blood. The pens, it's assumed...
Oh yeah, this is when it gets better. To steal to link it with his DNA and likely sell. Like, who the fuck wants his DNA? What are you gonna clone Stan Lee? I don't understand.
It's just so you could draw in his blood.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, cool.
Now I'll make the new Spider-Man.
Oh God,
This is bizarre.
These pens are haunted by Stan Lee.
The plasma heist.
The plasma heist.
Who wrote this article?
It's a plasma heist now. This is incredible.
This is where I lost it. Someone stole $850,000 and bought a condo.
Like, they're saying someone, like you're not sure who. So do they own a condo or does Stan own a condo? Because, like, that's just payments.
$300,000 from his checking account.
Like, how'd he get into your checking account? Did you give him a checkbook?
He's old, man. I mean, if this is true, which is pretty bizarre, I don't think it is, but you know, that stuff's probably just laying around his house. It could be workers, his nurses.
I like how this news organization has him
Also,
a picture of him like with a black guy.
That's Chadwick.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Huh.
What's his last name?
Bozeman.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's definitely Chadwick Boseman.
Did I tell you that Xander can't tell the difference between black people?
You did tell me that.
He did it again.
I think on here. But is he just out of his mind now?
Oh yeah.
Like, that can't be. Who the fuck knows? That's so bizarre. Who the fuck's stealing his blood?
That's what I want to know. That's incredibly odd.
No one's stealing his blood.
But
That's so like, it literally is a heist because they were just like, here's his fake document, nurse. Give me his blood. Because I didn't even think about that. Because at first, before we read the article, I just was like, what did they like? Wait until he's asleep and just like
how are
draining
you
his
stealing
blood?
someone's
And he wakes
blood?
up and he's just like, I feel weak. And it's just-
I don't feel good today.
especially the money. If someone was actually stealing money off of him, he's so old. It's probably just easy to just be like, hey, let me check this out for you. It's like, dude, it's just like stealing from grandpa.
Oh, absolutely.
Let me update your checking account. You don't need any of this.
No.
And just fucking rob him blind.
But you know what I
How
do?
terrible.
I need
How
a
fucking
condo.
terrible.
You're the worst people.
You know, he's just saying awful shit.
Yeah, didn't they accuse him of grabbing a nurse's ass or something not too long ago? And
Yeah, that was like 5 stories. He's in the news like every other day now about something fucking crazy. Well, because then after that, it was the bodyguard that was like beating him up or whatever.
he's being abused and shit.
Right.
Oh God, everything's just falling apart, and it's hilarious. Jennifer Gardner's mourning the loss of a pet chicken. Jay-Z's mom's coming out. Judges are still laying down stuff on Bill Cosby. It's an entertaining week. I wanted to talk about the Facebook's political algorithm. Now, for those of you listening and don't know about this, apparently, Facebook has been keeping tabs. Well, obviously, it's keeping tabs on everything you fucking post, and apparently stealing everything from you. So like, there's a thing you can do, which I'm gonna fucking walk through it, just so you can find out how incredibly ridiculous this bullshit is too. So what you do is you go to settings. I think it's activity log. Probably should have done this beforehand and learned it, huh?
Well, ow. Do you,
No.
There's like, you know, anyone that shared that meme? There's that meme that like actually walks you right through it.
Yeah, it's weird. Oh, it's privacy. I mean, yeah.
It's kind of deep. I had to
settings.
I had to dig deep.
Yeah,
to
settings.
Find it.
Account settings. You scroll down to ads. Scroll down to.
Then it's like pay the door fee. It's like ridiculous to get to this thing.
Oh yeah, it's like, I think it's. Yeah, it's weird. It's like there's a rabbit hole you have to go through. Oh, it's settings, ad settings. See, I think they might have changed it all up just because people were fucking going and like checking that and like mass amounts of people. You know what I mean?
Oh, can you not figure out how to get in there?
No, like
Hold on,
it's
gotta
changed
be,
now.
Most people, really?
It looks like it.
No. I don't know. I'm not looking for it. But anyways, well, how do they? Did you? Is it from posts you share?
Probably.
It must be because I mean, I guess they could watch what you say on it, but how's a computer going to do that?
Like it has
You
to
know
be
what I
like
mean?
there has to be
They
like
don't have a-
keywords.
Or something? But I would assume it's post you share.
Yeah, like if you're
memes,
sharing like a bunch of
articles.
like anti-Trump shit. and,
Yeah.
Like anyway,
Which I got liberal, and I know that's probably why. Is because I spread Trump hate all the time.
oh yeah.
Or Trump. I don't even know if it's hate. It's just more of just when he does something stupid, I laugh at it. But
Dude,
whatever. I mean, I was pissed about it though. I was like, liberal, god damn it. But then I was like, fuck, I'm not gonna let Facebook fucking tell me how to live my life. That's what they think.
I think it's funny they fucking changed
I like to
it
think I
around.
meet in the middle, and then yeah, I am left leaning, but
Oh, absolutely. Like I definitely exist in a gray area, but like I also like guns.
yeah, I have a lot of.
And I believe in euthanasia, like, you know, most conservatives.
Is that a conservative thing?
No.
Oh,
I believe so.
I didn't think they were.
Well, kinda. Like when it comes to like not white people. Except I
No,
don't
that's a different conservative thing.
still.
They're euthanizing everything else that's not white. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
into it.
Yeah, they're all about that life.
Yeah.
But no, I don't want dumb people to, you know, live or be around me. I don't want them to breathe the same air.
Are you saying that you should live in Texas?
Probably.
They're smoking retards down there every day.
Yeah, aren't they like executing them and
I
shit?
think they just execute them. Like if you're mentally challenged, you're fucked. They put you in the chair.
Dude, they did execute a mentally handicapped guy. Like I think he like murdered someone.
That's a few years ago, I think. But
Yeah.
they're not afraid of it.
No, they didn't.
They still use the electric chair. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I can't use the
They're
electric
crazy
chair.
down there. Fuck that.
Fucking old Sparky. They're not giving that shit up. That's a free
It's so
show
weird
for
I was
them.
born there. It's so weird I was born there. But I was born in Austin. That's like fucking liberal fuck part of Texas. So
Yeah,
that's
that
not
one's
real.
a little bit.
That's not real Texas.
No, it's a little bit. It's crunchy now.
Yeah.
I think it's a good way to put it. But dude, they have like really, really strict drug laws in Texas.
Oh, I know they do. It's outrageous. It's so stupid. Like I would never want to live there.
Then
I
like,
never
how do
wanna
you
live
exist in Austin? Is it like
How do you? Yeah, that's true. I guess just don't get caught because you know everyone in Austin smoking weed.
everyone in Austin's smoking weed, and I think they do a bunch of hallucinogenics.
Yeah, well,
Isn't
it's
it
a-
like
it's a
mushrooms
huge-
a popular thing
It's
there?
a vibrant community down there. It's a lot of like with music. Austin
Yeah.
has a huge music scene, so you know there's pot smoking going on down there for sure.
Absolutely. But like,
And like you said, hallucinogens probably they're partying. I don't know. I don't know how strict it is. Look it up. We've got the screen up.
oh, that's right.
We need engineers, someone to do this for us.
We do. I need to fucking move me around. We'll just move me
Are you okay?
closer.
Are you
yeah,
all right?
I'm all right. It's okay.
Because I know they're strict, but I don't know the intensity of it. So, because that's a good question about like. Because let's be honest, no one just because there's laws doesn't mean everyone respects them.
Oh fuck no, dude! Like, no one
Like,
respects.
I'm not gonna go to Texas and go to Austin and just be like everyone in Austin's just like, well, we don't do that because it's very strict. here."
Like, are you gonna
Like-
slap me on the hand? Like, no. You're not an adult. You don't get the plant. Like, what the hell should I? I'm sorry. I should have went to Google.
Go to Google.
Yeah, we do need an engineer. Texas drug laws.
Might as well just do 2018. See what
Yeah. Oh man.
marijuana. That's good. That's that's all I needed to know, anyways.
Yeah. After several steps forward in 2017, here's what's next for Texas marijuana policy. Oh god damn you.
Spam.
I don't need a subscription to the Texas
Possession
Observer.
of less than 4 ounces of marijuana. Oh wait, the city.
Fucking
What's happening here?
goddamn Quicken Loans.
Fucking getting spammed hard. This began issuing citations rather than making. Oh well, good. That's a step in the right direction then.
Yeah.
Issuing citations. Pittsburgh did. Pittsburgh's doing that.
It's
So
pretty
ma-
much
did
like
they,
decriminalized.
Did they decriminalize it? It seems like maybe they decriminalized it
That's good.
because it's decriminalized in Pittsburgh, where they essentially do the same thing. They just give you a ticket. If it's not something like obviously you're not trying to distribute.
Now, did they take your pot?
They probably do.
Oh, that'd suck.
Yeah,
Man,
because it's not legal. It's decriminalized.
it's true. But at least they're not going to take you to jail for like a
No,
a
I mean
bag of weed.
it's like I said, it's the step in the right direction.
That's,
This shit's not going to happen overnight.
no, I bet you within like the next. I bet it's pretty standard in the next 10 years.
Everywhere,
I'm not going to say
it's going
everywhere.
to be definitely a hell of a lot more lenient, but I don't know about everywhere.
Not everywhere, but I'm gonna guarantee at least half the country.
As long as the federal government, that's what makes me worried. Is that when do they fucking want to just step into the states and go, hey, guess what? Fuck you.
Like when a pharmaceutical company, you know,
Mhm.
pays a healthy
Which
candidate.
is fucking bullshit.
Yeah, that's fucking retarded. You shouldn't be able to do that.
And it's funny because it's normally conservatives that are trying to do shit like that, and like that's kind of like defeats the purpose that what you guys are. You don't want government interference, but yet you're gonna go try to fucking, you know what I mean?
But you're gonna-
it's like a little
You
bit,
don't want to govern it.
it's a little bit hypocritical.
You want freedom as long as it's what your view of freedom is.
Exactly. But not to get political. But that's okay. But so anyways, so that answers our question. It's a step in the right direction. But I'm pretty sure we don't have to go research this. Texas used to be pretty fucking bad.
Yeah, like
With-
like prison sentence bad for
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a little bit of weed.
Yeah. West Virginia's still pretty bad.
Is it?
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad compared to everywhere else around it in the tri-state area. It's the worst.
Really?
Oh yeah.
For pot?
Oh yeah.
You think like with the northern? Well, you think with the entire state being addicted to pills.
It's still. I think they know it's coming, so I think they're just gonna try, especially in Weirton, man. That's all they try to do is like. I think that like they do that Operation Grinch
Mm-hmm.
every Christmas.
Yeah, that's my favorite
Weirton
thing.
does.
I love it.
Do you love it? It's kind of stupid and a waste of money.
I
Because
think
all they do.
I
is-
think they're like busting like heroin addicts and like shit like that.
That's what they say in the news, but normally it's like old warrants, like for fucking like a pot issue or shit like that.
Oh.
They do shit like that.
That's dumb. So I'm thinking like,
But it's medical's legal in West Virginia finally.
Is it?
Yeah. And it'll be a while before that gets up and running, but yeah.
No, like, so how's that gonna work if they're like busting, just bullshit all the time? So you're like,
Just because medicinal's legal. I mean, it still happened in California all the time.
yeah, it's true.
You know, remember when they would just go in and just shut shops down constantly?
Yeah, it was retarded.
You know, it's because it wasn't legal.
It's
Medicinal.
still technically not legal.
Yeah, but it's still. It's a. What's a good way to explain this? It's a loophole to just buy pot legally when
Just
you're.
because states' rights,
Yes.
so the state can decide.
Right. But it's still not. You have to have a medical card, and I don't even know where West Virginia is in it. I mean, I'm sure it's going to be a minute before it gets up and running. So
I'm sure they're gonna let like, weren't they
it
talking
could be
about?
legalized in West Virginia before it ever gets up and running.
Yeah,
My personal opinion.
that'd be probably better.
But like I said, step in the right direction. This is a step in the right direction because, and it would be. It's one of the most profitable crops in West Virginia too. Did you know that?
Really
Yeah, and like it could make the state so
profitable
much-
and renewable too.
right, and
It can be used for a butt ton of different things.
it just makes no sense why they're so strict. But
Well,
I don't can't remember.
reefer madness, man.
Well, no, I'm just saying West Virginia in general,
Oh,
not.
like the country
I know
as a
the
whole,
overall
like the stigma.
the whole, yeah. But what is it? Ohio, it's like isn't it? It's not legalized here yet.
No,
I can't remember.
It's something dumb.
It got shot down a couple years ago because that was bullshit. But
Yeah, that was retarded.
that was over some companies trying to fucking capitalize off of
It
it.
was like they were going.
I'm just glad people actually were smart enough. They read and they just were just like, fuck no.
It was like they were going to legalize it, but only legalize 3 privately owned farms to grow.
Yeah, it was gonna.
At their
They were gonna,
discretion.
exactly. They were gonna capitalize off of it.
Yeah,
And I remember
you're
talking to
tax it fucking
friends that-
30% and
yeah,
straight into your
friends
pocket.
that live in Ohio, being like, "Oh, well, that fucking sucks." And I'm like, "Well, did you even read into it?" No. I'm like, and I explained it to him, and it's just like, "Did you go vote?" No. Well,
No.
well, fuck you. Shut up.
See, like that makes me think: was it was the vote shot down because they were smart and voted no, or was
No, I
it
think it
shot
was-
down because they didn't shut up and vote and old people were like, "No weed."
No, I think it was because enough people read it, and why it just made no fucking. It was not going to be beneficial for anybody besides, like you said, those 3 big companies or whatever
Yeah.
the fuck. I can't remember because it's been what 2 years ago now,
Probably.
or maybe it was. I can't remember. But-
Yeah, we're good on the $30 gram. We're no thank you.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that and being like, why don't you just keep buying pot from your regular guy?
Yeah.
Like if it's legal.
I'm gonna do the regular.
Yeah, like what's wrong with that guy? Like just because like these 3 people
Yeah, but
are
I'm
growing.
I'm sure because of that, private sales would probably it'd probably be illegal for private sales, some bullshit like that.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, if a cop picked you up,
it better be in someone's wrapper or whatever the hell that they would sell it in.
right, or even if they found out you were selling, I'm sure it's probably that's still illegal. So that's the problem you'll run into. And when it's legalized, there's going to be another reason why Kyle down the road. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't go get a dime off of him because well, you could. Because like
Yeah.
I said earlier, just because there's laws doesn't mean people follow them. But
No.
if you got caught, you would still probably get fucking in trouble. That's still what's going to happen.
That's retarded. Like, how about you just treat me like an adult and let me do what I want? Like
Well, in a perfect world.
yeah, like I think
But
that
that's
should
not
be
the way
that's
it
like
works.
some pretty common sense shit. Like, if it's not gonna negatively affect anyone else, you should probably just fuck off. Like,
I agree with you.
like,
I'm just saying, it's
and I'm not saying like
the land of the free.
I'm also a big fan of like
If you pay for it.
like I said,
That's literally America's
yeah.
motto.
I'm also a big fan of natural selection, so I think heroin should be legalized.
Oh, I think we've jumped down this rabbit hole before. Yeah, I mean,
Like,
I'm
I want it
totally-
all
oh,
legalized. I don't give
I'm
a
for
fuck.
full legalization.
Everything. If
Who
you,
gives a shit?
yes.
I think really, first of all, that would decrease crime because then that's not a crime anymore to do heroin.
Yeah.
So that's a positive thing. You know, I'm not a political expert, but I'm just saying. Also, people would probably stop. I think people would quit ODing like less if it was just legal.
And
It would just stop crime overall. Junkies would quit robbing people. I mean, that's iffy, but I think I just think it would be beneficial.
I do. I just you're gonna see a big dip in population for a minute, but like, I think
Well, yeah, that is the other reason. Just let them start doing it.
I don't want the no.
if it's easier for them to find, and they don't have to worry about cops. Also, you're not going to have to worry about prison population
Yeah.
because they'll all just go fucking OD and die.
Oh yeah.
And they're not crowding prisons. Therefore, we're not paying for them with our taxes. It's beneficial.
Listen,
I don't even want to go down this rabbit hole because then it's going to end up turning into Reagan's a fuckhead. 'Cause that's where I'll take it. Because his war on drugs.
you know what my biggest problem
Well.
with like junkies is? Like, it's when I have to go to like Kroger or Walmart and they're there. I hate it. I hate it because they're so fucking dumb. They're so fucking dumb. They're slow. And like,
I mean, I get it, but like,
and I
he's not
always
holding
get
back
like,
at all.
yeah, like they have no fucking idea, and like they always stand too close. You know what I mean? Like
They stand too.
too.
Well, that's
yeah.
because they're paranoid.
Yeah. Like they're all like pacing and itchy, but like they're like also like their sleeves touching your sleeve and it's fucking disgusting. I don't want that on me. Dude, like you got fleas. Like you fuck off me.
Jesus.
I'm sorry, no one else shops in fucking Steubenville's. But like
I
dude, it's gotten to the point where my Kroger had to put like those little special wheels on their carts, so like when it gets a certain distance from fucking the building, it locks up so you can't drag it away because these junkies kept stealing them.
Wow, that's a thing.
Yeah,
Wow, I didn't know that. That should have been a thing. A lot of places need that.
fuck yeah, dude. But like, just this thing being within walking distance of the entire town, they'll fucking take a cab here, go grocery shop, and push that fucking thing right out of the goddamn.
To their house.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, dude. People at the Weirton Krogers do it all the time.
oh downtown.
Uptown, dude. It's everywhere. There's junkies uptown too, dude. Weirton sucks. But dude, you'll go around anywhere in Weirton, like a lot of times I find them at, like there's one and two stragglers just chilling in the Shop and Save parking lot
Oh yeah,
because people have just like dropped them off there
Dude,
because they just walk home with them.
I walk through the ghetto to deliver, and between like every other house is like 2 or 3 shopping carts.
Yeah.
Like, why didn't you just take yours back?
You
You
know,
could have
weird.
swapped it back for a clean one.
You know, it's weird not to change the subject. How come you can go into any house and find like 2 or 3 milk crates and they're like, how did you get these?
I
Where-
have a milk
where were
crate.
you
I have
at?
no idea where it came from.
Why right? And they're like, how did you get it? Because I'm just like, did you go to who? Obviously, it gets traded along. It's like a whore. It gets passed around.
Oh yeah,
Who's the motherfucker that originally took it though? That actually walked into the back room of a store and just stole a milk crate. Because I don't think not too many people. You don't see them chilling outside too much. I mean, skids. Yeah, you can just go steal.
I mean, like behind convenience stores sometimes.
Convenience stores is the problem. That's true. That's probably where you get them. Because like bigger stores, they don't put that shit outside because they'll just get robbed.
You're right.
People just steal. Milk crates are awesome. They're easy to carry. You can put shit in it.
Strong
It's strong, very strong.
like
Holds 4 gallons of milk in it.
plastic box. It's perfect.
Yeah,
Late. Usually in a cool color.
they're fun to chuck across the room. Because I used to do it when I worked in the grocery store.
Because
Kick
if,
'em,
if you break them, fuck it. There's
just
more.
stack them all up and kick them over. It's fun as fuck.
They can take it.
Yeah, they could take.
And if not, the milk guy will just take them away and bring you
He'll
new
bring
ones.
new ones.
He's eventually gonna get wise, but what's he gonna do about it?
But in like every house, like at least like, unless you're the milk guy, then you probably just get milk crates all the time.
Yeah, maybe.
And how is that? Is there like a policy like you can take 3 a week, 1 a week, 1 a year, something like that? Or is milk guys just like, fuck it? I deliver these shit. I'm taking one. I'm fucking taking one. Some guy actually like gets ballsy one day. He's like, you know what? I'm fucking taking one.
You know, this is mine.
All the years I've put into this company, into United Dairy,
You're gonna cut my Christmas bonus?
I'm taking this goddamn,
Taking 2.
taking 2. I'm gonna wrap the kids' gifts in them. And I can use them again next year.
Easter baskets.
Fuck you.
Fuck y'all. You mean
Fuck y'all. My name's Paul.
I like how we made a fictitious troublemaker.
That's not even that big of a troublemaker. He
No.
thinks he's like being real bad.
Yeah.
He's just like, dude, like an executive of the company. If I don't know executive, but like someone like a big wig just like watch him, dude. Like, dude, they're literally like fucking cost 5 cents. What are you gonna do? What, like,
Yeah.
what do you think you're gonna do?
Just let him have them.
You just give it to him.
You have to fire him. There's a lot of paperwork involved in a new hire. Oh, God.
Paul, the troubled milk guy that's taking fucking milk crates.
I'm writing down "fuck you" on Paul. I have to remember that. I might want to do something with that later.
Fuck y'all. I'm Paul.
Fuck you, I'm Paul. He's a real rebel. I can see it now.
Explain to me, what do you think about fucking Ferguson?
Tony and Khabib. See, I'm still stoked on this card. Like, I'm pretty bummed because I was looking forward to.
I have no idea who the fuck Max Holloway is, so
He's the current 145 champion.
did not know that.
He beat the fuck out of Jose Aldo twice.
Wow.
Yeah.
How do I not know this dude's name then, or who what he's about?
I don't know, dude. He's a bad son of a bitch. Like he's not like a scrub they found from like that Tanya Evander they threw at Cyborg.
Yeah.
That this isn't that. This is like this kid legit has a chance. But like he's taken the fight on 6 days notice, and I guess he wanted to have the fight at like 170. Which tells me he's about 15 pounds overweight about 6 days out. That sucks for you, man. Because you have to cut to 55.
Oof.
Oh. I mean, you might get like 10 pounds of water weight off you, but at 100 and fucking... Still, that's 160 pounds. Like, how much water you got in you?
You know what he needs? Fight milk.
Fight milk. Crow's eggs.
Fight milk's perfect for fucking cutting weight real fast.
Just shitting and puking. I wish fight milk were a real thing.
I finally got caught up on that the other day.
Oh,
Or last week or something.
on the last season?
Yeah.
That was great.
You kind of already, at least like about halfway in, because I got about right before, I think the 4th episode, the 4th episode in, when it was actually airing, and then I just didn't miss, I missed the last half. But there's this, at a certain point, you can kind of, I could tell Dennis was like, it's almost like they were getting ready to prep for the fucking finale of him leaving. Because I was like getting that vibe from him
Like he was
in
just,
earlier episodes of the season.
like he was just like
Getting irritated and just like more than normal and just like not digging what they were doing.
yeah.
Especially the one with the Gang 10's bar. When he was just like, he was in.
When they actually just stayed in the bar.
Yeah, but they were they were actually busy for once.
Yeah.
And Dennis was like trying to like, let's do a good job. And everyone was just like not trying to do that.
That was like the last episode, wasn't it?
No, the last episode's when the kid comes. When he's pretending to be
Yeah.
Peter
Oh.
Lefebvre.
Yeah.
Right. No, the Gang 10's bar is like a little bit after halfway through, I think.
Because I thought it was that one because she showed up at the bar with the kid.
No, it was
I have to rewatch this.
I know exactly what it was because I
remember
just
none of it.
watched it. It was you know that one that was like in the point of view of Cricket?
Yeah.
It was like the episode right before that. Because they did that weird thing where they were interacting with Cricket as while he was doing that shit that he was doing in the episode.
Yeah.
Like, because the one before that is when Charlie and Dennis were trying to be strippers.
D ruined that guy's life.
Daddy and Little Boy or whatever the fuck.
Yeah. Daddy and the little boy.
Fuck, that show's hilarious.
Dude, like, what is that, season 12?
Yeah.
And you're still holding it to that standard? You should fucking end it. Like,
I know we've said this before, but I would have been totally fine with ending it with The Gang Goes to Hell.
oh yeah.
When they died, when they tried to make it look like they were going to die on that cruise ship.
See, like, that's what I hate.
Even though they didn't say, that, because that's always like, they've always signed contracts way early, and it's announced before the new season's even out.
Yeah.
So, like, everyone knew that they were coming back for the 12th. But I remember being like, or may have talked with Chris about it or something. Like, what if, or maybe even me and you, multiple people probably. But anyways, just like, what if they were just like, we lied, this is how the show ends. I'd have been fine with it.
Yeah.
I'd have been completely fine with it.
Yeah, I would have been like, okay.
I'd have been like, fuck you for lying. I thought there was going to be more after this, but okay, this is a good ending.
You gave me the best
This is
ending
a
you
good ending.
possibly could have. Like, how are you going to end it now?
I do like in the new season that Mac finally came out because he came out in the last episode of that, The Gang Goes to Hell.
Yeah.
I bet they thought they were like, okay, we just have to have him come out. So if they lived through this,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And he gave up religion and he came out and like, I just love the reason why he came out was to try to get that lottery ticket. And then he was just like, you know what? I'm just going to stay.
Yeah. The dildo bike and everything. Move the pedals.
They
I
were
don't wanna
telling the
move
lawyer,
pedals.
they were like, he'll just come out till he collects the money and then he's going to try to go back in the closet. And he's just like, I'm just going to stay out at the end. And they're all like proud of him at the end of the episode.
Huh.
And then they screw him because the legal bill's 10 grand.
Yeah.
And he just won 10 grand. And they're like, well, Mac can pay. He just
We'll
got-
tell him tomorrow.
He just
He's going to
oh, that's
spend
right.
it.
That's right. We'll let him have this. We'll tell him.
Like, he's not going to go blow 10 grand.
Well, that, and they were happy for him for coming out. And they were just like, we'll tell him tomorrow.
Dude, I wish I could write like that. I would love to write a show like that.
Oh, it's the best show on television.
Like, I'm not even like I just wish creatively I had that in me. Like, whatever that is, because like I don't know how much like Caitlin Olsen contributes, but like the three of them
I'm sure. They all do.
but
But the three of them, yeah, what a fucking
writing all of that.
a writing team. What a fantastic writing team the three of those dudes are.
I also like
They started it with no,
yeah.
you know,
You have a
a
problem?
little bit loosey goose.
I like that. I also like they're friends with the guys from Workaholics. Did you see that?
Mhm.
How they're hanging out
Yeah.
at the bar. They actually own a fucking bar.
Mac and or Rob and Caitlin do.
Really?
Yeah,
No shit.
it's called Max Pub or Max Den, something like that. Something like that.
Really?
Max Pub, I think it is what it.
Because I seen I seen the cast from both shows like in their bar like drinking together. That's insane.
Oh, that picture's been floating around for a couple years now.
I like that.
Because I
one.
remember they teased it. They were like, "You ready for a crossover?" It was like a couple years ago, and people went ape shit. Isn't Workaholics isn't even on the air anymore?
Uh-uh.
They're done. I thought so.
They just put out a Netflix movie.
Yeah. Because
I
like
mean,
those guys are getting bigger in their careers too.
I'm good on that.
Them,
I mean, like that
They're-
the movie. Their
dude.
aspirations.
I mean, they're cool, but like they're kind of just a rip off of Sunny.
a little
Like
bit.
they borrowed like that Workaholics. It was funny. I didn't watch it all the time. I enjoyed the little bit that I watched, but I was just like, dude, they bicker. They do outrageous things. It's just like Sunny. Like they basically same style. I mean, it was a little bit more unique in their way. obviously, because they couldn't just,
It was the same style of comedy.
dude. I mean, it was like the same thing. They were shitheads.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't blatantly rip it off, or it wouldn't have been successful. But it was kind of just like clearly borrowed.
See, like, I think I'm attracted to that style of like comedy
I am
anyway.
too, but
Like, I think it started out young with me. Speaking of that style, like it's kind of like a working class kind of comedy. Like, and it started for me at least. It started out with Roseanne, which just got that fucking huge reboot. Did you see they fucking renewed it for a second season?
just from one episode.
Yeah, they ran the first 2 episodes back to back,
Oh, okay.
and the fucking ratings are so high. They're like, yeah, 2.
That happened with Better Call Saul too. I think it was like the first or second. They just,
'Cause
or was it before? I think it was before the first season even dropped. It got renewed.
might
Does
have
the
been.
test audiences? Do they do test audiences? I'm
I
not
have
sure.
no idea. I didn't like
but
that show.
I think I don't like it either. It was too slow.
Yep.
And then it never went. I guess it's probably somewhere now, but I lost interest real fast.
Yeah. If
I
it's
don't watch it anymore.
No Walter White, no Vince, so I'm good.
But I love Saul and Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think exactly where I jumped out. What is it on? 4 now?
Fuck if
I really
know,
have no
dude.
idea. I'm trying to think of when I hopped off at. I think it was in the middle. Yeah, it had to have been in the middle of season 2.
I didn't make it through season 1. I made it like
I made it through season
5,
1.
6 episodes deep, and I was like, nah.
I made it through season 1 and I enjoyed it. But season 2 started and I was like, what? Do the same thing. Like,
Really?
you didn't progress at all. Yeah. Like, I don't care about this. You didn't have to dive this deep into his backstory. Fuck. So it was so slow, and I was just like, I gave up. I just gave up.
So I didn't need that one. I am glad to see, like, Fear the Walking Dead looks like it's like shifting gears and doing something different now. So I'm interested to see where that one goes, along with the new showrunner for The Walking Dead.
Who, other than Morgan, isn't somebody else going over to the Fear of Walking Dead?
No.
Just him?
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought it was him and somebody else for some reason.
No, it was. Well, what they're doing a time jump in Fear the Walking Dead and catching it up with the parent series, and that's how Morgan's gonna make it, because Fear the Walking Dead took place like within like the first month after the outbreak.
Yeah, I know.
So like,
I watched the first couple. I didn't. Wasn't my thing.
nah, I bailed out, but then they ditched showrunners too. So that's
Yeah,
like
but
the
I knew it was like right as it happened is what it's based off of. Because when The Walking Dead started, shit had already gone down for a while. By the time,
yeah, it was like 6 months
By
in.
the time, because they waited for Rick to wake up since he's the star of the shit,
Yeah,
the main character. But anyways, so they're just gonna speed it up.
yeah.
Is it gonna be like a flash forward, or they're just gonna jump? They're jumping ahead.
just a time jump, I guess. 'Cause, like,
Why? You don't need to like.
Nah.
Okay, while The Walking Dead was happening, while these fuckers were doing this at the same exact, you don't need to show all that. Just skip it.
No.
Just make it present.
Yeah,
That's
I don't need
I can
like
see that.
you can give me a montage of them
This
going
is like
to
what,
wherever they
season
are.
3 for it, I think.
Yeah, something like
Yeah.
that. But they have Morgan going over there, which Morgan's dead in the comics, so they don't need him anyway in the Walking Dead.
Well, he's going batshit crazy again
Yeah.
too.
Pretty
I'm
awesome.
caught up. I don't know why I decided to get caught up.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, there
Dude,
was a couple of them of this the last half of this season.
Suck
I
balls?
fast forward through.
yeah.
I
it
was just like,
awful.
what are they talking about? Caught up. So I skipped the scene.
I didn't need an hour and a half of Carl dying.
I didn't even watch that one.
Oh, really?
I fucking didn't even watch it. I watched a couple clips of when he actually shot himself. And then I went to 10 and I was like, oh, I'm caught up in what happened. Because I heard online when that premiered, I thought about watching it. And then I didn't. Read some, no, I didn't even read spoilers. I just read people just being like, Jesus, just get on with it.
Oh,
So I was like, okay, I'm not interested.
is an hour and a half episode
Oh, does that
of
not
just
make
him
sense?
sweating and being sad. Ugh.
Yeah, it sucks. I get it. But like, come on.
But the most recent 2 episodes, like 13 and 14, got really good.
14 was good. 13, I think I jumped through it, but I watched most of it.
Is that the war? You jumped through the war? When they attacked the hilltop,
That was 14.
I was 13.
Okay, which one did I jump through then?
Most recent was 14.
Well, what happened in 14? Other than him being tied up at 14 just came out, so spoilers, but not really.
No,
There
2
wasn't-
days ago. If you haven't watched it by now, you're fucking lost anyway.
There wasn't anything that crazy that happened in it, anyways.
Well, Rick put on his murder coat. his leather jacket with the fuzzy things up the side.
Yeah.
That's his killing
Okay,
jacket.
because 13's when they fought.
Yeah, at the
14's
hilltop.
the outbreak.
Yeah.
All right, that's what happened.
Where he went and tracked down all the saviors and, we're going to take you back to the hilltop. It could be one of us. Right,
Oh well, like you
Psych.
didn't see that happening.
I didn't see that happening.
I totally saw that happen. I was like,
Really?
he's gonna lie to him. And actually, Morgan just being like, I was just like, Jesus, you're an even fucking crazier lunatic than Rick is.
Yeah.
He was just like, I'm gonna kill all you motherfuckers. And then like, he said, do you remember when he just said that?
Yeah.
And then he just held that guy and looked in his eyes as he died. Like, what the fuck?
He don't give no fucks. And then, like, he thought he was going to impress that kid when he saw him. He's like, I killed the guy that got your brother.
But he just fucking creepy touched him.
Yeah, and the kid's like, I'm sorry you had to do
And
that.
that kid was just like, I need an adult, please. But
Don't you love me for it?
so 13 was I think 13 was a little bit slow. Other than that fucking the fight between them,
That fight was like the entire episode, though.
it wasn't that long, dude.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. I just watched it last night.
Dude, I don't know. I thought it was pretty long. I thought it was sufficient.
It was just a little bit to fucking to break the ice, make it not boring.
Yeah.
But it wasn't that long. It wasn't like the one fight with versus them in Alexandria, and that's not season or episode 8, but the season before the finale. That was just a shit show.
Oh, yeah, or fucking like there's tigers and
Yeah,
shit.
it was
and-
ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I like 12 because that was the fight with Rick and Negan was fucking badass.
Fuck yeah. I'm like a cat.
Dude, he's never like, even in a serious situation, he's still hilarious.
Yeah.
Are you alive? And Negan goes, I'm a goddamn cat.
Yeah, you are. Oh, Rick, you are the worst shot.
Yeah, dude, that was just fucking lazy writing.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, he has an assault rifle and he can't fucking even like get him in the leg or something
No.
as they're running in. Then he just throws it. Like, what would you throw it for? Run in the building with it, you dumbass. Like, it was so obvious, just to progress the story.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to have him fight, but it's not going to conclude here.
Because we have to have Negan go
Yeah.
running.
And then, like, the episode before, he literally, like, had 80 bullets in his revolver. And then
Yeah.
he had, like, 4 when he was chasing Negan. Like, really? The inconsistency into that show. No wonder they fired that fuckhead.
Dude, they fired him and replaced him before the second half of the season came out. Which tells me some executive saw
I
this.
know they did.
Some executive saw this and went,
Shit.
you're done
Yeah,
now?
they fired him at the, like, what was it, like a week after the mid-season finale?
Yeah.
Because people have just been bitching about him?
Because the past 2 seasons should have took place over one.
Yes, I agree.
Like, this entire season 8 could have been fucking 8 episodes. Like, you could have condensed this.
I do have to say, I'm, because I was into it again. Then season 8 came out, and the beginning half of this season is just fucking hot dog shit. It's fucking so boring.
The beginning of season 7 was such a fucking downer.
Yeah,
Like, it destroyed you, but then, like, the second half built you back up and got you ready for the fucking war. And then the first half of this season just fucking drug nuts so
on and
bad.
on. Like, dude, who cares about all this fucking back and forth? They're doing this. They're doing this. Well, neither one of them are really doing anything.
No.
So fucking, why do we need to see all this?
Someone fire a gun.
Yeah, please. So this last half of this one's pretty good too. But
Yeah.
they need to cut this shit out. The fucking beginning half is just being boring. Don't even fucking show that bullshit.
Dude, just give me
This is why I'm
12
always like,
straight
I'm
through.
done with this shit. And then like, I find out the last half of it's interesting, and I watch it and I'm interested.
Yeah. Then, like, they just come back and it's like, well, we got him back now.
Yeah. But that fight between him and Rick was really good.
If they turn him into a good guy at the end of the season, I'm gonna be so fucking mad.
Who?
Negan.
If they follow the comics, they'll put him in jail.
Yeah, he needs to be. Like
They're not going to kill him.
Rick needs.
They don't kill him in the comics, but they're not going to turn him into. They're going to put him in. They're going to put him in that prison in Alexandria, the little jail cell. They're going to fucking.
See,
Because what's going to happen. He's going to read that goddamn letter, and he's going to be like, Carl, I'm not going to kill anymore. So he's going to not, instead of killing
Yeah.
him, he's going to fucking put him in that jail.
yeah,
And if they do it right, then they'll end up having to use him later on,
yeah, and it's gonna be
and
sweet.
it's going to be sweet. If they do this right.
See, like I'm worried that they're gonna skip the Whisperers.
Don't. You're committing fucking suicide if you do that.
But here's the other thing, though. I think they might give the Whisperer storyline right now to Fear the Walking Dead. Like, just because of, like, some of the still photos and shit, it's either, like, really, like, un-CGI'd makeup.
Well, they need to. Okay, that's interesting. They need to at least borrow ideas from that story arc to put it in the show. Because to not have.
But if you do that, you can stall out and advance the story years and then bring it on later.
Or whatever. But
Yeah.
Because to not have where the whole. Because there's a lot of fucking interesting shit that could happen in the show that's like where it is in the show in the comics that's about to happen. Dwight makes contact with Washington D.C. That shit, like
Yeah.
there's a lot of interesting stuff that could happen.
Then the
that-
Commonwealth.
that they should just not.
So
If they're gonna rewrite it to make it their own in the show, which they do a lot, borrow aspects from it because the whole fucking having Negan prison in Alexandria just in jail and then they end up having to fucking use him.
in the Whisperer War,
Yeah.
it's awesome.
It's awesome. So if you're not going to do the Whisper War, then fucking whatever you're going to do, borrow that aspect of it. Don't fucking erase that. They're not going to kill him.
No,
That's all that dude. I mean, he's
too good.
He's too good.
He's carrying the show right
yeah,
now.
he's like the kickstand for it for like the last 2 seasons.
He's new
So,
Daryl.
basically.
But I think they're
But
talking about.
I do like how they were starting to make him crack because I've been showing him how he's kind of fucking a psycho over that bat. Because I like in the comics when they like dive into that shit about like how he's so obsessed with it.
Oh fuck yeah, it's amazing. Like there's like a
But Rick's just like, you want to? All you care about is this bat. And Negan's just like, don't you touch her?
yeah, like there's like some serious mental issues
Yeah.
there. Like you need to explore that a little bit.
But it's interesting.
Fuck yeah. One of the things that we're talking about was like this fan theory with the Commonwealth was because of the helicopter.
Right.
Like, where's that fucking fueling up at? You know what I mean? Who's flying that shit?
And obviously Jadis knows who they are because
And that they're not coming back for a minute.
yeah, because they must. Why you keep seeing is she must make contact with these people
Yeah.
because they were gonna pick her up. So
That's fucking weird.
yeah, I mean, maybe it's kind of finally starting to get back on track again and finding its fucking way.
See, I don't want Gimple to fuck it up at the end of the season and make it harder for next season.
Right.
Because, like, if you have to take another 8 episodes to dig out of this fucking hole whatever hole he leaves you in, dude, that's gonna be harsh.
Because that's true. The last 3 or 4 seasons, every time it's leading up to something at the end of the season, you're like, what?
Yeah.
Because then it starts over and it's just like, but I thought this was resolved. You know what I mean? Like,
Or like, you can't leave this show on a fucking Carl with a bite again. You know what I mean? Because you can't hand the show over to someone new and be like, I did this. It's my own original idea. Now it's yours. Like, because like this it's a girl running it now. She doesn't know what vision he had or what he had planned. So,
right.
like,
But all they knew is they needed to get him the fuck out of there.
yeah, like right after they watched this. That's fucked. It's one of those shows like I think they needed to change showrunners probably every 3-4 seasons anyway.
Yeah, because this show is like, I don't understand. Well, first of all, people don't even talk about it that much anymore.
Still like one of the highest rated shows on
is,
television
but-
somehow.
Man, a few years ago, that's all people would talk about. But it's been up and down all the time. I mean, I was into it when it first came out, and then I lost interest real fast because I was like, this shit fucking sucks. It's boring. Like,
Yeah.
and
I
that's
think
what
it was that dude dragging it out.
They keep going doing this where it's just like it starts to get good again. As soon as it gets good, it's just like, would you just cancel it? Because like you've like
Resolve it,
you've
please.
almost ran it into the ground like 3 times now.
Yeah, like,
Because every time you pick yourself back up, you ram it back into the ground.
and you're wasting your best villain
Yes,
just dragging it out.
right.
Like, everyone's waited for this forever.
This shit with Simon trying to go back behind his back. Did that happen in the comics? Or was Simon even in the comics?
Simon wasn't really in the comics.
I didn't think he was. So this is probably something original, which is
I like it.
I like it too because when he fucking massacred all the trash people, I was like, God damn!
Fucking,
And then
like,
he didn't tell Negan he did it.
Like, that's super harsh, but, like, I'm kind of, on the other hand, glad he did it because I hated those fucking people.
When Simon was just like, she punched him, and Simon got up and went, light him up, and I went, the glee on my face. I was like, yes. And then he just massacred all.
And she walked him into a fucking grinder.
Yeah, that was intense.
Dude. I like that as soon as everyone was gone, she dropped that stupid fucking, her accent or whatever the hell you'd like to call it.
She was in character, yeah.
Yeah.
The fucking dumb trash lady. Whatever the fuck it was just like, they spoke like cave people. It wasn't really an accent. It was so weird.
Yeah. Dialect, I guess, would be the right thing to call it. Yeah.
I love how Rick was like going there to like see if she'll help him. You like do like a scratch my back scratch. You'll goes there, sees everyone dead, and he's just like, fuck you then. I don't need you. All your people are dead.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, what a prick.
Right? Fuck him. Like, I love Dickhead Rick. Like, Psycho Rick is my favorite. Like, where he's biting jugulars and fucking just...
To a certain extent, sometimes like right now, some of the shit he's done in the past, when he's being Dickhead Rick, is just like, come on, dude. You're just doing this. You're just being a dick just because you can.
That's true.
I mean, I get it right now that he's like psycho because Carl's dead, and he's like running from it. But like, I kind of like the fact he was just like, yeah, fuck Jadis, and it was just like, but you were going there
like recruiter.
to like recruiter, and then like you were just like, kind of like we're gonna be teams, we're partners, and then he was just like unsympathetic about it.
Yeah.
And like that doesn't make you mad that they did that at all.
She fucked with him real hard.
She did, but like you
Fuck
figure
that
that
lady.
would be still fuel hit, like piss him off a little bit that the Saviors did that. But he didn't give a fuck at all.
No.
He didn't give a single fuck.
Rick gives no shits at this point.
It's like pre-Alexandria Rick when he was just like didn't give a fuck about anything.
Like where he's a fucking feral beast. Yeah. I love that Rick. Where he kills indiscriminately. he ate a dog. Yeah, it was awesome. You know that awkward time between when they left Terminus and found Alexandria? Like, I like the drinking rainwater, fucking burning down shit, church stealing.
Oh,
Oh, God.
hey, prick.
I'm gonna kill you with this machete. I like that, Rick. Where the fucking dude's about to rape Carl and Rick fucking bites that guy's neck out.
Oh yeah,
I like that.
his murder coat.
That's the thing. There's a jacket for some reason. Whenever he puts it on, he just goes a killing. It's his killing jacket. It's impervious to bloodstains and shit.
Honey, where's my killing jacket? I'm going out tonight.
I'm seriously not like exaggerating. That's a real fucking thing.
Yeah, I didn't really notice that until you made it to my attention, brought it to my attention. That is normally what he's wearing when he's just massacring people.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's beautiful. I was just talking about how well this fucking computer multitasks, and now I'm trying to multitask, and it's being a bastard.
Well, it just went into sleep mode, so
Yeah, it's
they're a
true.
little slut
Yeah.
storage container.
She comes
And
rolling
he's like,
them out.
seriously, what the shit? And he just keeps asking her what's going on here and like what happened here.
See, like, that show has so much fucking potential. You have a great cast. You have great stories. But, like, you can't let a bad fucking director fuck it up. Well, you can't even call it a director because they swap out director constantly.
Yeah. It's like
Like,
they're
you're
all-
in
it's
charge of
almost like they're
story.
the writing. They're like the writer and director. It's weird.
Yeah, writer,
I
director,
guess
and
it's
producer
just-
are all in one.
I would say it's just like they oversee it.
yeah.
I would suppose.
I think we're back. Ah, shit. Our shit fucked up. I don't even remember what I was bitching about.
You were trying to find a murder jacket, Rick.
Yeah, I'll do it later.
Don't do it later.
That bastard. We should have just left it on, like, a cliffhanger.
Like they're notorious for doing.
Yeah. So the show just died right there?
We don't come back for fucking 8 months.
We take a 3-month break. For the second half of this episode.
Right.
My
And then just
God.
fucking start. We should start ending episodes in the middle of it and just like the last half will be out in fucking.
That's how we do a double episode week. Like, it just all of a sudden cuts to black. And it fucking. And then next week's just picks up where that left off. Well, not next week's, but later on, like Friday's episode. Oh, God. Ah, fuck.
You know everything positive I just said about The Walking Dead?
Yeah.
Fuck The Walking Dead.
Dude, all I want is a whisper of war. I don't care what show it happens on. Which, if you
You know what
kill.
it is. I feel like I'm so like invested into it now that I know all the past seasons and everything. Because I had given up on it, and you and a couple other people were like, "No, it's really good now." So finally, I was just like, "All right, I'll check it out." And then I ended up being like entertained by it because mostly I just like Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Oh, yeah, he's fantastic.
He's fantastic.
Andrew Lincoln's really good, too, though.
Yeah, but like really, I could give a fuck about the side shit. Like that's like I was telling you.
Too many characters.
Dude, it's too much. I don't give a fuck about the like that's all it do is fucking someone sitting around fucking crying about something.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it, it's sad, but it's just like
Oh, everyone I love
fucking
is
what's
dead.
what's her face fucking chasing after Dwight. Like I don't give a fuck that he killed your lesbian girlfriend,
Oh, no.
and you're mad about it.
Wait.
Get over it. Like, why does that need to be in the fucking show?
You're
Just
just
stop doing anything for the main story.
You just indiscriminately killed like a bunch of the people he used to live with.
I like that I just turned on this show, like no matter-
Yeah, like-
just because we lost fucking audio for a while and stopped recording, and now I'm just angry and I'm just like, fuck this show.
like it sounds like an hour's passed and like you've had time to like rethink about it.
Rethink about it, watch a couple episodes,
It's
Skip through.
literally been like we were off the air for like 45 seconds.
read some recaps. Now I'm just like, fuck this.
Yeah, like no, the computer sneezed, had to close a couple of things.
No, I'm
and
just
it came
really,
back.
I'm just really just, I'm irritated that I'm invested in, and I'm interested in it. Because I don't want to be. I was like, because I've given up on this show twice. Like I think I mentioned that before we got cut out, but I've given up on it twice and came back to it, and I'm just like, it's kind of like what you said, just end it already. Yeah, just end it. Because I was thinking about it last night. I was like, season 8.
That's a long
Good lord, this
time.
show's been on the air for 8 years. Fuck.
See, you could have been caught up with like the comic book by season 9.
Yeah.
Had you like had the right person running the show.
Right.
But like, no. You fucked it up.
You know,
Now it's dull.
I remember when they announced season 5 of Breaking Bad was going to be the last season, and I was kind of like, man, until I saw all of season 5, and I went, holy shit!
Yes.
You've just closed all the doors in that show.
Yeah, like everything's been slammed the fuck shut.
Yeah,
The same thing with fucking Sons of Anarchy. Like,
but didn't it run long?
no. What happened was it was like it had the showrunner blues, and in the third season they fired that guy and got a new one for 4 through 7,
That's basically when that's when I stopped watching.
where they went to Ireland or whatever.
Yeah, that was so fucking unnecessary.
Yeah, that's where
Well,
that's when they fired that dude.
Good, because that was ridiculous. I was actually, I think it was just around Christmas. Everyone in we were all talking about that show, and that's what got brought up. They were like, "What the fuck is this shit with the fucking
Yeah.
going to Ireland?" Like
Unnecessary.
unnecessary.
No, then like season 4, like they got someone new and it picked back up, and
But you know what the real reason is? Is because 4 was airing. No. 3 was just put up on Netflix before 4 started airing. So I watched all of it up to 3. And then by the time 4, it was such a long gap before I was like, yeah, it's on TV right now. I don't care. If had I done it right before it was about to be on TV, I probably would have kept up with it. But the one thing I did like about 3 was fuck's Ron Perlman's Clay.
yeah.
I liked how he just turned into a bastard and they just fucking.
Oh yeah, he ran with it.
That was the one thing I actually loved about that season. Was that it was just like
You find out what kind of
shithead he is, because at the beginning of the show he's great. Everyone loves Clay. You love Clay, and by season 3 you're like, fuck that dude.
Can't wait till he kills him.
Right.
But here's
the
how.
rise and fall of Clay Moros or whatever his last.
Yeah, here's how I got into this show. Was I never watched a single episode of it until like I just happened to be watching TV by myself one night, and it was the season 7 premiere of the last season, and I watched like just 10 minutes of it just randomly, and I shut it off, and the next day I went and bought season 1 because like just the first 10 minutes of that, like he gets out of prison and like he's like pretty much tells everyone that he's going on a killing spree. And if you don't want involved, he understands, but like you need to fuck out of his way. And then it's just like 12 episodes of him just killing the fuck out of everyone before finding out that like he was doing it on a lie.
Yeah.
So like then he has to kill his mom.
Right.
Because she's the one that lied. Oh, she just caused so much shit. Like the writing in that season was fucking fantastic. What's that dude's name? Kurt Sutter, that writes that shit.
Yeah.
Like his little fucking Merlin show didn't work out for him, but like, dude can write about bikers apparently and some like organized crime shit because he was real good about it.
And him and
Katie Sagal.
yeah, they're actually married.
Yeah,
But
she did a lot of the soundtrack for that show.
yeah.
It was weird.
I
She has a
heard.
pretty good voice.
Yeah.
Good for her.
Season 1 of that show's slow though.
It is.
But season 1 of every show's slow.
Story building season.
Well, I mean, even in comedies, man.
That's true.
Even some of my favorite comedy shows, Sunny, I don't watch season 1.
Really?
Yeah, if I
You need Frank.
you need Frank is what it is. When I get people into season 1 or Sunny, I'm like, go online, find an episode guide of like it'll tell you, figure out what you want to watch. Other than that, you don't need season 1.
I like season 1.
There's a couple good episodes, but like it's just like after everything else. At season 1 at the time, I watched Sunny as it aired.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been watching it from episode 1 till now. I loved it. I was like, I love this show. And then season 2 came, but then by the time you were at 5 and you go back and try to watch season 1, you're like, this sucks. You know what I mean? Like it's just not. It's not. They haven't figured. But that's
It was immature.
That's every show though.
Yeah.
You can't figure it out. You can't figure anything out in season 1.
No.
I know you haven't watched Parks and Rec. Season 1 of Parks and Rec, terrible. I don't watch it.
Season 1's the reason I don't watch the rest of it. That and I don't fucking like Amy Poehler.
Oh, you should give it a shot. You would like it.
I'd like.
I know we talked about it on here with Davey
Yeah.
before, but I don't even watch season 1. I can barely even tell you what happened in that season because it's so terrible.
Chris Pratt fell in a hole. And then everybody complains about it and cries about it, and he's a shithead for a season. That's about it.
Oh, that is that is season 1. See, there's so many stuff that I thought just assumed that's season 2, but yeah, that is when. Sorry.
Trying to play footsie with me, motherfucker. Sorry.
Oh, dude, Pratt's one of the best things about that show.
Really?
Yeah, you shouldn't give up on it.
I tried The Office recently.
I like The Office, but The Office just got old to me.
Really?
Like I enjoyed the earlier shit, and then by the time I felt like it ran its fucking course way too long. I just lost interest. It's one of those things where I just lose interest in shows.
Well, I've never watched it. So,
Oh, you haven't watched The Office at all?
No.
Oh, wow.
So I just started season 1 like
It
this
is
week.
good.
Yeah, it's
I don't
pretty
hate
funny.
The Office. There's this big debate between Office and Parks fans. I like both shows. I like Parks better, but The Office is funny. You can't deny it's not funny.
It's okay.
I'd like to watch the British version of it. I've seen a couple episodes of it in the a long, long time ago. I'd like to actually watch it because Ricky Gervais's character David Brent is like, it's like he does like world tours playing him and shit.
Really?
So it must be like like touring, like he does. Like I don't know about world tours, but that may be a bit over exaggerated. But like yeah, like I don't know if it's like a comedy show, but I know he does actually like live music, tours as the dude.
Really?
Yeah, it's crazy. So
That's
like
weird.
So like the show must be all right if his character's that popular.
Yeah, it must be pretty titties.
I mean, they based Michael Scott off of him, but loosely, not
Yeah.
all the way. Just basically what they share in common. They're both idiots. That's basically what they based off of. But I would like to watch it.
Yeah, he's pretty cringy.
Michael Scott.
Yeah.
But yeah, because it's just like when he does shit, you're just like, no, don't do that, don't do that. But there's other times when he's fucking so fucking funny.
Yeah. Steve Carell's pretty funny.
Steve Carell is hilarious.
I don't
He
know.
really is.
Like, I need to go back and watch 40-Year-Old Virgin because I feel like that's probably aged pretty decently.
I feel like I've watched it not in like recent years, but like because it's been out for a minute, man.
Oh, that movie's like
2005,
yeah,
something like that.
somewhere around there. Fucking movie's about 15 years old.
But yeah, dude. I mean, I think that's just cast. There's such a good cast that
Yeah.
I'm sure it probably has aged well. Steve Carell, Paul Rudd's in it, Seth Rogen's in it,
Before he was like popular.
real famous. Jonah Hill's in it before he was like real famous.
Yeah.
It was even early for Paul Rudd.
Oh fuck yeah.
That was like Steve Carell's breakthrough role.
Yeah.
I mean, he
it's
was
when I
he
got
was an Anchorman, but like
Brick Tamlin.
see, like when he plays a character, he's good.
After
At
a
it.
Trident, I killed a man.
I killed him. Brick, I've been meaning to tell you that you should probably lay low. You're probably wanted for murder.
I killed a guy. My God, man. Well, we did over our hour.
It's very television show heavy,
Very TV heavy and UFC heavy. I'm pretty all right
elderly
with that.
abuse heavy.
Elderly. Did we talk about elderly abuse?
Stanley.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Which, if you say his name really fast, it sounds like he's just like Prince. Stanley.
Yeah.
What a
It's-
prick. I bet Lee's not even his real last name.
I bet it's like Leibowitz.
Is
There's
he
no
Jewish?
way.
I don't think he's Jewish.
There's no way he's not Jewish.
I need to find out if he's Jewish. I need to find out right now. I don't care if you turn the mics off or not.
Nah, I gotta find out. We can't leave people. I should leave people.
Google it yourself.
Yeah. What's his last name? It's Leibowitz. Please be Leibowitz.
Wikipedia, don't let me down. Wikipedia will tell you.
Oh yeah, well, I'd even make it up if it has to.
Lieber. Lieber.
Is that Jewish?
Sounds Jewish.
It's a little Jewy, isn't it? One of his parents has to be a Jew.
see.
You don't talk like that and not be Jewish. Oh, we got. He's Jewish.
And the Romanian-born Jewish immigrant parents, Celia and Jack Lieber. So
Called it. Well, he has the Jew.
he's got that little bit of the old New York Jew accent.
He has the Jew York accent.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Because I was
The
gonna
Jew
make
York
I was
accent.
I was gonna make the joke at the beginning when like people were robbing him blind, and I was gonna be like, the Jews keep taking all my goddamn money. But like I was like, I think he is Jewish. Like I was
Yeah,
like, I
like-
better not say that.
Which means that's why he's got to be so popular and make movies. Yeah, his kind.
But that's obviously Lieber. So he shortened it to Lee to be like Stanley. So he's probably just like, that's
Yeah.
just like, I prefer Stanley. Stanley. It's one. You say it. It's one word. I invented Spider-Man.
And the Fantastic Four.
So it's like there's awkward silence. He's just like, Excelsior! I invented Spider-Man.
when he forgets what he's gonna say.
Then he says something like fucking extremely racist, and like people are just like,
Oh,
come on.
just don't ignore him. He's gonna try to grab you, but he
Did
doesn't.
I ever tell you the time about how I created the X-Men?
Let me grab you, Cooter.
Don't. But I invented Spider-Man
Excelsior!
and Iron Man and everything else.
No one else that created
I
anything.
tell you about how I screwed Jack Kirby out of fucking creative rights.
He died penniless.
I actually went to work for DC for a lot of stuff, but we don't need to dive into that.
No, we're good. All right, we'll see you. I'm gonna try do a double episode week. I think I'm gonna try again. Maybe it might be tomorrow.
Have I ever told you about the tragic tale of the Fantastic Four?
No, Grandpa. All right, we'll see you next week. Bye.
I wrote it with this pen that's been up my ass.
It has my blood in it for some reason.